All right, guys, this is the 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning. We will start.
And then it had a crazy move at the end of the day. So remember some of those features, but
All right, team. Hey, we're going to go ahead and get started. What I wanted to share today is normally I go through some slides and I tell you guys about the TWR website and stuff like that. We're going to get into our live lunchtime crunch, but I wanted to actually show you what our website looks like. So you guys are familiar. When you go there, you can actually see that we are a complete one-stop shop. So I'm going to share my screen with you real quick. And I just want to show you real fast what our shop looks like. So forgive me for 1 second. Let me get into here. Let me go here. And I should be sharing this screen. Okay. Now, this is our website, guys. So right here, you can see this is the TWR website. This is our home. And of course, we have light boxes that do all the normal stuff. We have a fantastic website developer that makes this website intuitive and interesting. And it has everything that you guys could ask for. This is truly a one-stop shop for all traders, investors. Now, we are little fish in a big boy pond, right? But we're knocking on the doors of the big boys, okay? Everything we want to do is mimicking the big boys because we want to be there. My goal, I've told you guys this before, my goal is to be able to take a TWR bannerman and TWR banner and go up to the Wall Street opening one day and ring that bell either at the opening or at the close. And that's the goal of my TWR short-term site, 5-year goal, basically. And that's what I'm trying to do here. But you notice you got your home about, you can read about us. We're a military background. And, of course, we're looking at basically the market being a war zone. You can read all about us, talking about our story and everything of how we came to be. But really, I want to talk about our things, okay? If you navigate out of these planes, you got the TWR classes or upcoming historical and previous classes. The big one, though, is the trading platforms. Discord, instant message, and text alerts. Okay. Those are the big ones that we're really hampering down now because those are the ones that everybody is really getting excited about because these are the money-making things. So let's take a look at that. Obviously, you also got mentoring, and we'll go over the university because that's the other big one as well. But I want to show you. So you go into the Discord platform, you're interested about Discord, you can see a virtual tour, and then you can go down to the packages that we have. And we have two packages. We got a month package, we got a 3-month deal. We're trying to help you guys out with the 1-month package, get you guys a 2-day free trial, and then you get a 3-month package and save some money. And same thing lies with our instant message platform. Guys, remember, something for everyone, every style, and every budget. We're trying to hit that thing that everybody has for your convenience, okay? Instant message alerts. Same platform, 1-month package, 3-month package. The 1-month package comes with a 2-day trial. And then you got the text message alerts. And this is our newest platform that we have. Text messages is taking off. I just signed up a couple different people today. And what happens is you get a light box when you come here and it asks you for this demographic information. This is so important, specifically the email and the phone number, because like I had today, I had someone sign up for the text message, but their carrier provider doesn't allow for incoming text messages. So we have to kind of work behind the scenes to get a message to them. And this is important because once I get this information, I can send a text message to your guys' phone number and make sure it works, man. We're not out to scam anybody. We're not out to get you guys, stuff that doesn't work. I want to make sure everything's, verifiable and everything works because you guys pay, good money for this. You work hard for your money. I want to make sure you guys get quality alerts. Next thing I want to talk about the Trading University. Guys, I'm telling you, when I open this up, you guys are going to be amazed. This is like an online college. I don't know if any of you have gone to college before, but if you've gone online college, you go to a website like this and you go into your platform, okay? Course structure, our courses. Right now, we got 2 running courses, TWR Options Trading, and we got the Charting and Levels 101. All right, you enroll in one of the courses, okay? Check out what we have. So if you go into the courses, of course, I have admin access here. So, we're coming into it. It opens up, one of the things, and it opens, there's no groups that's suggested groups. All right, well, that didn't work there. Let me go into another one real quick. Sorry about that. Let me go into here. So we enroll in a course, right? All right, options trading course, it opens it up, and then it goes into a different platform. Oh, I know why, because I didn't log in. All right, so I'll log in and we'll go ahead and get into this real quick. One moment, please. I'm going to log in. I don't want to share my credentials real fast. So give me a moment, please. I'm just logging in. All right, coming back online real quick. All right, here we go. Sorry about that. All right, coming back on to share my screen with you. One moment. Here we go. Okay, now let's go back into this because I want to go back into. So I'm online now. I had to log in because once you're in here, you've got to log on in order to do this. So already got a purchase. Let's go into this. Oh, here we go. Okay. Now it's going to pull up some of these groups. Okay. And of course, I have admin control and everything. Network error. Dude, you guys are embarrassing me. Oh, here we go. Okay. We got all these classes. Now, these are all different things. Depending on what you purchase, your selection, your courses will show up here. So, if you have all these courses, Crypto University, TWR University, you're in a February class, options trading, so on and so forth, right? Let's go back to one of our previous ones that we had. Let's go here, view this. And I want to show you guys this because once you pop in here, all right, it opens up your virtual classroom. All right. This is your virtual classroom. Request mentoring, your course complete. Once you finish your course, you get a course completion and it gives you like a test and stuff. Discussion forum, members, a welcome kit. And here's your classes. And you can post and talk with your instructors and everything like that. Like I said, it's a virtual classroom inside of itself. And it's something that we took 2 years to create, and we try to make it as intuitive as possible and mimic that of online education. Now that I bored you guys to death with all the stuff that TWR has, I hope you come to Traders War Room, look around, check out what we have, see all the kind of things that we offer, and just kind of browse around. If you got any questions, you can always ask any of the staff at TWR. You can direct message me, and you can contact us via email or the business phone, and we'll answer any of the questions that you have. But now that you see it, it's legit. So when I push these advertisements, you can be like, all right, he's not pushing smoke up my butt. He actually has what he's talking about. Okay, the proof is in the pudding is what I'm trying to do. Now, without further delay, let's go ahead and get into some charts and stuff. Okay, let's go ahead and knock this out. I'm going to go ahead and open up Webull. Let's go ahead and get into the screen. All right, here we go. All right, let's talk about what we're looking at here. Let's look at QQQ, because QQQ has been struggling. And let's go ahead and talk about this. Okay, the 4-hour chart. Again, we talked about this earlier, right? We came out of consolidation. We took the push to the downside. Okay, we were hoping for a push to the upside, but we ended up taking a leg to the downside. Now we got a nice inside bar on the 4-hour chart. Now, how do we play this? Well, we can go ahead and put some triggers on this. 4-hour bars are great for triggers. Let's go ahead and put some triggers on this, because these are going to be decision points for us. We're going to go ahead and put a trigger there. And let's go ahead and put a trigger here, and we're utilizing, right, the mother bar. And we got the inside bar here for our price action movement. And you can see over here on the 15-minute chart, these are our lines. If we close below this on this 15-minute chart with a full candle, this one would have been a full candle, but then we wait for confirmation on the next one. It didn't quite do it. Then we can probably swing to the downside. But it looks like we're starting to surge and pop up. I wager that we probably get a nice little pop into the latter half of the market going into the FOMC. And then depending on what happens, we'll either get a surge or we'll get a drop. But if we pop over this line here, we're probably looking for a nice little push into close. And it would not surprise me if we actually break our previous support level or our previous resistance level here going into close, because you've seen it time and time again where we just absolutely surge into the big decision meetings. All right, so QQQ is something to watch. We got our trigger levels. We're looking at 369.25 for a trigger to the upside, and we're looking at 367.50 trigger to the downside. Let's go ahead and go into the SPY. Kind of the same thing with SPY. SPY is actually a little more flaky though. We don't have an inside bar on SPY. SPY is actually kind of got this downtrending just like Q did, but we got a nice little inverted hammer on the green side on the 4-hour. Now it turned red. It just turned red, but that's okay. 15-minute chart looks pretty good, consolidating, holding the line, dipped a little bit, but now we're coming back up to create a nice little shelf. So what I want to do with SPY is I'm going to go ahead and create on the 15-minute chart, I'm going to create a nice little shelf level. And at this point, this is getting me interested. All right, this 40.92 is getting me interested on something that I should be paying attention to. Okay, I'm not really looking to go long or short. This is just kind of like a battle zone. All right, I'm looking to probably go take a long position if we can create the space. Oh, what happened? I just had a line. If we can create this line here, right? I'm looking at this 441.68. We can even call that 441.75 and be a little more conservative, right? Or we can call it, 50 to be a little more aggressive. But I'm looking for a push above this on a 15-minute chart to give me a nice idea that yes, indeed, the trend is reversing, and that would be above our short EMA, and we are approaching closing above our longer EMA with our 50-day converging, getting closer, tighter in. Okay, right now we're still spread, so we still got some of this volatility happening. All right, anytime you got tight moving average price action with the candlesticks, there's not much working. Anytime you start spreading, you start to get that volatility. Okay, what you want to do is you want to start making your moves and your decision points when these moving averages start to come and get closer to each other, because that's when the volatility is starting to get tighter, and then a decision point for a market reversal is starting to happen. If you didn't watch my video on market reversals for the tech video this last Saturday, please go to the website or the YouTube and check that out, because it's absolutely a pretty decent class. And we got a class coming up next Sunday that's going to go over that, so you can go right there on that website and check it out, or excuse me, a YouTube video, and check out all that information. But we're looking for this. So that's the trigger for the upside. Now the downside, we're looking for a low of the day. Okay, so we want to breach the bottom level. Okay, so we're looking for 440 below 439.94 is the low of the day. I would say we probably want to be a little bit safer, and we probably want to push this to about the 75, right? just to be a little conservative, because we don't want to get swept by market makers sweeping stop losses stuff. We want for sure close below. If we start to close below this low of the day, we're probably looking for some downtrending pressure swinging into the next day and maybe a gap down. That's usually what will end up happening. Let's go ahead and look into some of the big boys. Let me pull up my watch list. Meta. We were talking about that in pre-market. Look at Meta. Absolutely took off. We got a nice candlestick on the 4-hour chart, and look at it pushing on the 15-minute. This was a killer move. I hope you guys caught Meta. We were talking about Meta pushing. We had it here at the battle zone, right? We had the battle zone here. We talked about getting over this level and going shooting to the moon, and it did absolutely that. We never breached below our battle zone, so the puts were out of the question. We stayed above it, and then once we started breaching our high level, that was the time to go ahead and signal going long. And you know, there was about a $4 move, about a $3 to $4 move from here to all the way where we're at now. So congrats to everyone that caught Meta off of the pre-market video that we did today. Uber. So we caught the put yesterday. Caught all this traffic, man. We got all of this from here on the swing trade over the weekend. We got all of this. Okay. Now, like I said, it's time to start probably thinking about going long. 4-hour chart, we're starting to converge, or moving averages look to be starting to cross, right? Once we start to cross, it's time to think about going long. Now, I'm not saying we couldn't go short again, but Uber right now is looking pretty good for at least a push. That we got some, shaky price action. Look at this price action candle. This candle is ridiculous right here, pushing all the way to 48. Ridiculous, but that'll give us a good indication. I could see us pushing up to about this line. I put that line at the top there, about that 47.50. That's where I think if we start to cross that 47.50, I think it'd be a good idea to go ahead and swing along, and we're probably looking to breach previous resistance points right here. So we're paying attention to Uber. And if you guys got any stocks you want to go over, go ahead and drop them. Amazon getting some hate right now, talking about looking out long position. Analysts are bullish on Amazon, thinking it could get back to the 175, 180. Short term, though, they think that there's a little bit of cooling period happening where investors are getting out of it, rotating some money into the energy sector and utility sector. And once Amazon lowers to about the 120s, they'll start to pile back in. But on the 4-hour chart, we can start to make some little lines. Let's go ahead and clear this out. Put some new lines on here. We like this line here, right? Just a little bit. We got an inside bar. We're just going a little bit above this wick here, just a little bit, right? We're going to call that 137.25, right? All right, there's our line. And then we're going to go ahead and just go right here. We're going to go right at the bottom. We like that 135.50. So here's our line. This is our battle zones, okay? Right now, if we were to go ahead and put a 50-50 line right in between, based off of some price action, all right, we can call that the 50-50 line. Here's how we work this. We stay above this 50-50 line, high probability of the push towards the high level and a breach above for continuation, bullish continuation. We fall below, high probability of bearish continuation towards the bottom line and continuation through it with volume. Okay, so that's how we do the box of probability. All right, because the box is rectangle. That's what we call box of probability. I talk about this in my mentor sessions. I really do a deep dive. If you like this type of strategy, book a one-on-one session with me. We'll break this one down. We go over it in detail, and it's a fantastic strategy because a lot of people trade within patterns, and one of the patterns that we love from a kid is we like circles. But the market doesn't move in circles, but it moves in rectangles, right? It moves in linear motions, right? So we like rectangles, and I can teach you guys how to do rectangles and box patterns all day long because those are classic and they work. And there's a reason why they're a classic sign. MU. We talked about MU yesterday. We said MU was probably looking for a little bit more downtrending pressure. Looking at the chart, it did exactly that. Kind of spiked up a little bit, but we saw that it came out the gate to the downside, held support very nice. We just can't breach. So with MU, if we're interested, we can use this. I don't really like to trade MU too much. It doesn't have the fireworks unless it's like an earnings for MU, but it can give us an indicator on the overall semiconductor sector. With MU, we can go ahead and create little triggers just like that. Okay. Give us an idea of the sentiment of the overall semiconductor area. So we triggered to the upside, looking pretty bullish on semiconductors. So we probably could think that maybe it'd be okay to go ahead and swing some of the more semiconductors that move a little faster. SMH, maybe. AMD, maybe. NVDA, maybe, depending on how the price action is on NVDA. If we preach to the downside, and we can probably look for the short-term trade. So kind of do that just based off of this little pattern here, like that. Triple M, I told you guys Triple M was going to hit 100, and it did exactly that. Okay, there was our line right to the downside, and it boom breached just like we thought it was going to. Okay, it doesn't move quick, but when it moves and usually patterns. Now underneath 100. I see Triple M gaining a lot of institutional support, and I think that you probably can start looking for the reversal on Triple M for a push towards 105. You got to give yourself some time, but the push towards 105 from this level will most likely happen. I don't think we go down much further off of the Triple M news that we have. We breached out of consolidation zone. We breached the downside. Maybe we get one more leg down, 90, 99, 98, something like that. And then that's it. We're probably going to start getting some investor sentiment building back into it. CRM. I think we took a CRM trade yesterday. That worked out for us. We were able to cash that out. We took it for we ended up getting in, I think, at 56 yesterday at the live trade. We ended up peeling out of that at 65 this morning. Decent little $10 trade right there. We only took one contract. It looks pretty good for continuation. I mean, do we dare try it again? Hey, why don't we dip into it again? Let's check it out. I'm gonna look at it real quick. Strike while the iron's hot. You know what I mean? Let's look at options. 22 September, CRM. We're looking for calls. Here's the volume. Volume 533 right here. 220. Where are we at? That's a little out of the money, specifically for it pushing that way. Where has it been before? We're probably looking for the push here. If we get a nice push, we're looking at about 215. It's a little more that's a little more pricey than I want to do. I don't know. For a live trade, I don't really like that one right there. Don't really like it. We'll come back to that one, maybe. Let's look at SHOP. I like SHOP. SHOP looks pretty good right now. Looks like we're swinging to the upside, looking to try to breach the previous. We can go ahead and create ourselves a little trigger here. All right, there we go. We like that. Let's go ahead and adjust it. All right. I like this bottom one right here. This top one, that might be a little aggressive. We don't want to leave too much on the table. We'll come at the bottom of it right there. All right, there's the lines. Okay. This is a trade I'll take. If we breach over that 59, we breach over 59, I'm going to take calls to the upside. We start to slide and we breach down. We'll go ahead and probably look for the short entry. I'm going to go ahead and use the box of probability on this one to give my decision making on the trade. So I'm going to come right, pretty much eyeballing it, just using my eyes, going off of price action. I'm going to create this. Here's my intraday strategy. If we stay above this line, I'm thinking high probability, specifically if we cross. Okay, if we stay above this and we cross on the moving averages, I'm really liking what I'm seeing, and I'm going to go long. Okay, I'm expecting it to breach here and probably hit 60. That's the probability. I'll probably go long, pushing out 1 week, maybe 2 weeks. If we break below here, right, and we break below on a 15-minute chart, I'm expecting us to head towards this area, and most likely we'll probably dip towards the 56, and I'm going to go short. So here's my box of probability. This is my trigger idea, and this more is for a swing trade idea on the day. If we cross, I'm going to go ahead and look for the long. Now with SHOP, you know, right now, I don't like what I'm seeing, so I'm not going to take the trade. But if we cross on these EMAs to the upside, we stay above this battle zone, and we'll take that long position and we'll see what we got. So you guys know the game plan on SHOP. We just don't have it yet. Crowd dipped below our lower line. We stayed below. Remember, I told you about yesterday, crowd. If we stayed, yesterday we talked about crowd here. If we stayed below and we closed below this, we need to go short. And towards the latter half of the market, it ended up doing exactly what we thought it was going to, right? It stayed below. And so we went ahead and took the short position, and it made us some money today. It rode right exactly. I mean, I haven't changed this chart. So this chart is the same chart that we had yesterday when we did this. Okay. Probability all the way down. And now we're riding above. Okay. So if we can stay above this, we're probably looking for the bullish call back towards this area. Okay. It'll be a range bound type of trade. If we can't stay above this, we probably need to start looking for the next slide, which of course would be about, you know, where are we at now? Where's price action now? Well, we're right there, 164, probably looking at 162, something like that. Probably the low of the day. We'll look for breach of the low of the day and probably a little bit more. So 162, 162.50 be a good idea. So we're watching that one. All right, do I got any requests? No requests? Okay. I'm going to give you guys a couple more charts, and then we'll go ahead and get on out of here. Google, liking it. All right. Google, big wicking at the top, big wicking at the bottom, tight consolidation here. Okay. So what do we do with Google? Well, we got to play the range. Okay. So we could create ourselves a little box pattern here with Google. Let's go ahead and put a line here, right there. Let's go ahead and put another line here. And we're going to just use previous, you know, it's previous supported over here, right? So here's our things, 137.50, 130, 136.50. That's our lines, okay? We start to breach above this, look in long position, start to breach below this, short positions. And here you can see it on the 15-minute chart. SoFi. Man, I haven't talked about SoFi for so long. I didn't even know it was still a thing. I'm just joking with you. SoFi, buy shares. That's all I got to say about SoFi. Buy shares. Get your share position out. Okay. SoFi is one of these that it could definitely do some things. We're seeing it, you know, it's a popular stock. It likes to move, but it's a bank stock. It's not going to start making money until people start paying back its loans. But at $8, $9, $8, $7, below 10, SoFi is a good deal to go ahead and buy shares. Buy shares, hold this 1 to 3 years, wait for 20 and cash out with more than 2x and leave you know, a quarter of your position for, you know, ever or whatever. But yeah, I'm not too much on options unless you do leaps. I don't like the short-term options on SoFi. I like the leaps though. Let's look at them. Look at the volume. That's what we're see volume even on today, 160 for $7, not bad. $10, 315. You know, these aren't bad. This one wouldn't be bad. You can buy yourself 10 contracts of this, about $3,000. And you know, I think you'd be able to make hella money by 2026. Okay. This is one of those investment things. You buy this, you don't even look at it until 2025. Okay. You just let this thing make money for you. Willow, I'm talking here. Sorry, my dog. Not doing anything. This one be the cheaper version. Still okay. Got some okay volume for a leap. Cheaper version here. Buy yourself 10 of these. You know, wait, you're not going to make as much as you would on this one because I think SoFi hits 20 plus, and you'd be able to really make some decent money off of this one. But you know, you buy 10 of these, you know, $1,700, and you go ahead and you know, you trade SPY a couple times, you make that $1,700 back, and you got a free trade that's just sitting there, potentially being able to make you 2, 3, maybe 4x your money in 2 years, just sitting there doing passive income. Good idea. Buy shares though. SoFi, buy shares. Cisco. Cisco struggling. I think we're as low as we're wanting to go on Cisco. I think Cisco's going to find support down here. Okay, we met support here. It's valid over here. Unless we break this, right, it invalidates this. But if we hold, then we're probably looking for the push to the upside. Okay, and that's probably a $1 to $2 move to the upside to go reattack these moving averages. So watch Cisco. Put Cisco on your watch list. All right, let's look at SHOP one more time before we get out of here. I want to look at it on the 5-minute chart real quick. You guys can tell I want to trade. I want to trade on SHOP. I want to get a trade on SHOP. It's not yet, so I'm going to stay disciplined on this one. I'm gonna stay true. All right, I'm gonna wait for my triggers. I'm gonna wait for the 15-minute chart. I want 3 reasons why to push the buy. Okay. I got my box. I like it. I got my plan, my strategy. I like it. Okay. Right now we're overbought. All right. So I don't necessarily want to get into it yet. We got the cross down here and we're below. So there's some things to like about it. We're starting to form this little cup. Okay. I like the pattern. We just need to, I'd like to see the moving averages cross and I'd like to see them getting tighter. Okay. I want to get 3 reasons why to push to buy. That's what I'm looking for. If it gives me the 3 reasons, my criteria, then I'm in the calls on SHOP or I'm in the puts on SHOP because we could easily tank below our line and we start to creep to the downside. All right. So definitely put SHOP on your radar. SHOP likes to move quick. All right, guys. Hey, that's all I got for you. I'm Chuck with Traders War Room. I appreciate you doing this live trading. I like to do these. I like to give a little bit of training. I like to do some trading. Sorry we didn't take a trade. I gave you guys 3 setups though that I'm actively looking for. You know, sometimes you just don't see the trade, and we're not here to force trades. You know, we want to make good quality trades. So I gave you 3 setups that I'm looking for on a particular trades. If the setup fires and we get our 3 reasons why, we're going to go ahead and push that buy. Remember, if you're ready, follow me. Let's go to war together. Check out traderswarroom.com. Show me some love. Drop a comment, and I'll respond to you guys. Other than that, I'll catch you later.